Hi, so nice to meet you. I will share my slides and we go right off. So now we're ready to start and I hope you see my presentation. So there's nothing more to do, so let's start talking about Google Ads and the best ad copy to win your user heart. So my name is Krzysztof Marzec, and I know it's hard to spell, so just remember me as Chris, the guy from conference who will talk to you about Google Ads. So my idea of making Google Ads is to give yourself a way of speaking about the creative side of your business, about your clients, and you should search for an idea to make an ad better than your competitor. So if you make an ad that is plain simple, you will go okay, but the Google system will give you next level bonuses like better CPC, like better quality score when your ads are much better. And how did I learn about this? So it's very simple. Few years back, so in 2005, I started to make first campaigns in Google, but this story is not as simple as it should be. So if we talk about origin story, I think that every hero needs to have a great origin story. But in this one, I am the villain because some guy in Germany was selling these coupons, the codes for Google Ads. Google invested a lot in Germany market, so they gave them discount coupons and they used them to make campaigns. But this guy was clever and he sold a bunch of the coupons to different markets, for example, in Poland. And I bought a lot of them. And it was a great deal because I paid like €1 per €10 of the budget I could spend in Google. But there's one issue. I was worried that Google will see this and they will find out that I'm using the coupon on the same campaigns because you couldn't use two coupons on the same account, right? So what I did a lot of new accounts. And every time I used Google Ads Editor to move campaign from one place to another. So when I move this campaign from one place to another, I change it a little. First, it was random changes. Then I used optimization. Like I tried to make campaign better. And this way, just by accident, I learned how to optimize my campaigns. So I changed the Google Ads copy and I saw that if I make a better ad, if I make a better keywords, if I make a better campaign, I get a better quality score and I spend less money. And I already had a lot of money in these coupons, but now I couldn't spend even more campaigns. I can do more for my clients at the same price. So I'm making fun about this. We had a year of mobile a few years back, and it was a long time, this 1 year of mobile, because everyone was talking about mobile campaigns, going mobile, and stuff like this. And I feel that everyone is talking right now about automation. Like we should automate everything, we should automate our marketing. And there is one great issue about Google ad copies. We cannot automate them. It needs us to be creative. It needs a human factor to write a great ad. So if you are talking about the automation, I said, okay, but not in the ads. So what do I like about this? If you go to Google account and you check your quality score, you will know that quality score is the baseline of everything. You will pay €1 or €2 per click just because you failed to get a high quality score. And when you look at the components of the quality score, expected click-through rate, so ad relevance and landing page experience, you will see that ad copy is everywhere in every three dimensions of this quality score. How? If you write a good ad, it will have a higher CTR, right? It's easy. Ad relevance, oh, sure, I have to write good ad about the topic I'm using in the keywords. But how to connect this with landing page experience? So when I am writing a good ad, I'm contacting my client, I'm talking with him, and I'm learning what should I improve on the landing page to make my ad better. So if I have to make some changes to an ad copy, like give more, give some discounts, change my offer, I will also work on better landing page. So if you make all the work well, you'll have all the three pillars of quality factor improved. There is a secret in this. We don't read ads. So if you want to write great ad copy, you have to remember that most of the users will just take a peek on them. They will scan them and they will choose them by random in some ways, because you have to fight for their focus. You have to fight for their time. It's not like they will read every ad and then simply choose this one because it's better. So we have to fight for the seconds of their attention to get them to click our ad. How to do it? We have some things that you have to put on your checklist and try to test them. Google Ads is great for testing, A/B testing in ad copies, because you simply put more ads and system will test them for you in the background, and you will see the data and you will see what ad is the best, and then you can choose this ad, make duplicate, improve it, and delete the worst ad in the ad group. So the process is very simple. But if you want to do it right, you have to test the right things. So if you want to go there and win your ad copy battle, you have to test, for example, USP, you have to test CTA and the numbers, and of course, the emotions in the ads. So let's start with the USP. USP should tell your user why they should buy a laptop in your place, in your shop, because everyone sells the same laptop. So I want to buy this laptop here because of the time I have to wait for the delivery, or maybe I know this brand and I trust them, or maybe they're experts and they give me some bonus. Maybe they're the cheapest in the neighborhood. So there are a lot of things that can tell me as a user to buy the same product, but in this shop. So let's start with highlighting the unique. You have to trust me on this one because I have some samples of ads in Polish, and this ad says that they have duty of the dentist 24 hours. So at night when I have a toothache and I want to go to the dentist, this ad wins. They show me that they will help me, right? But think the different. Uh, if someone has the duty, 24-hour duty, and your ad is going at night and you don't have this kind of duty, you work like basic office hours, you will lose money because people will click on this ad, not your ad. So you have to remember that if you don't have the unique, if you don't have good USP, you have to think about changing, for example, ad timing. Next one, you can change all the disadvantages to advantages. How? For example, this is an ad of the vacuum cleaner, and these small hand vacuum cleaners are very loud and they are mostly very not very powerful, right? So they put an ad that this vacuum cleaner is, for example, very silent, and then it works well. It's powerful. They give it much more power and better battery. And the third ad in English, you have to solve your ideal or perfect client problems. How? For example, SEMrush tells me that they organize keywords by groups. And as a SEM specialist, I need them to be organized. I have to do it manually. And if a tool gives me new keywords and group them by some factors, it's better for me. it's something I need to make, right? So they are answering my problems. And it's more likely that I will click on the ad that is solving my problems, or just it's plain text that we have keywords for you, right? So the voice of the customer is very important. Your USP should be connected to the voice of the customer. You should ask yourself what he really needs when he puts a keyword with some intentions in Google, how my products can solve their problems, their issues, and which elements are mandatory that I should put in my ad. For example, if you are buying some stuff for your house, like paint on the walls, the mandatory element is telling customer the paint is safe, because some of the customers think about paint is like, can I use this paint in my bedroom? Can I use this paint in my child bedroom? So you have to tell them that your paint is safe for this. And in every direction, in every keywords, you will find those mandatory elements by analyzing your competitors. And if you don't think about the voice of the customer, you'll put your ad in very bad places and it won't work. The people will avoid it and you will lose CTR and you will lose quality score. So the voice of the customer is very important, but what next? The negative ads, they can be very, very good, but also they can be a trap. Because if I put my ad like this, did you lose traffic, or your agency is scamming you? This is very bad. Or you are fed up with the poor results, right? So get my audit and I will help you. But some of the clients are content with their agencies, their results. They don't have poor results. They have nice results, but they want a better results in their campaign. So I am cutting some of them off because I'm telling them this is not for you. This ad is not for you. The negative ad didn't work for my reach. It could work for my CTRs, improve my CTRs, but I have to remember that I cannot cut my reach in half because I used bad wording. So how to do it better? Want to sell more? You can double your ROAS, or we know how to sell. So we can do a positive ad in this time and ask ourselves if we are cutting any users off because of this copy ad. Right now, we are reaching everyone because everyone wants to sell more, right? So the first step, I already said that, but the first step to write a perfect ad is to analyze your competitor. And it's a hard work and takes time, but you can do it starting in Auction Insights on your Google Ads account. So you go to this report and you can see who is your real competitor or real enemy in Google search engine results page in Google Ads. You can see the overlap rate, or you can ask yourself if you are outranked by your competitor, or you're performing better, or maybe you should spend more money, or maybe you should have higher bids in CPC on some keywords. But the most important thing for me is to take those domains and analyze them more. So you can put them in SEMrush, and if you put a domain in SEMrush, you can see advertising research bar on the left side, and then you can use the reports on the ad copies and check the copies of your competitor. And when I do this, and I try to analyze it more, like I go further, I analyze competitors of my competitor, and I make this list of things I saw in an ad that I liked. For example, use of numbers, emotions, some fine ad copy, and I think how to use it for my benefit. For example, they speak about the price. My price is better, so I will start speak about my price. And of course, in SEMrush, you can use it to search for display ads. In Facebook ads, we have this one-click transparency report, and we can see all the ads of our competitors. But in Google Ads, you have to use external tool like SEMrush to see all the ads of your competitors. Not maybe all, but a lot of them, because the SEMrush is a crawler, it uses crawler and bots to check for the ads. And of course, they won't see every ad of our competitor. So again, we have some Polish ads, and I will tell you how they managed to win or fight for a very hard keyword like what CRM I should use for myself. For example, I left this ad in Polish, especially because this is great example. Pipedrive is an English name. So if I see a Pipedrive name about some company, I can think in Poland that they are not Polish company, and maybe they don't have Polish documentation or the Polish interface. Like I will choose a Polish firm over this. So they use Pipedrive Polska, so Pipedrive Poland. They somehow managed to capitalize the name Poland. Maybe they did a lot of a fight with moderators, but the next thing is very important. This przyspiesza zawieranie umów means they speed up the process of making new deals. So this is a win-win strategy for me as a business owner when I want to buy it, and my sales team, so they will have less work with some papers and stuff like this. And they use this CRM number one. So number one in what? They don't need to validate this on their landing page, and it's a simple trick. Next, next ad is also Polish. They say test it for free for 30 days, because the Pipedrive has only 14 days trial period. And if you give a CRM to someone and they put data in it for 30 days, they are more likely to stay. And of course, we are always busy. So if you gave yourself time for testing and gave this time for your customers, they will use it more and they will maybe, just maybe, stay with your tool. And the Monday, they did a great trick. They put recommended in their ad. Recommended by who? By Google? We don't know how they did it. It's hard to put something like this and pass a moderation process, the pass validation process in Google, but they did it. And this is a simple tip how to make your ad stand out, not only in copy but visually. So never, I mean, never make false promises in an ad and never lie in an ad. Why? Because you will disappoint your customer, your user, and if they see something in ad and then went to a landing page, and on this landing page the price is different, or the price is very different because of something like shipping costs are very high, or you have to provide a lot of data and extra data that is not necessarily needed in different companies, they will leave your page and you paid for the click. So you are wasting money. And you see, if you put an ad in Google account, you have an ad, but you don't gather data. You always have to put a lots of ad. You put 3 ads in every ad group just to check which of them is better, which of them can give you better results. And of course, you can do it in GDN, Google Display Network. You don't have to put one ad in remarketing campaigns. You put a lot of ads because you will learn which one was performing better in CTRs and conversion rates, and which one was just better for your clients right now. So you never stop this process. You always put another ads in the system and you learn how they improved your campaign, and you delete the worst ads from the data you gathered. So you see that there is a little love story in the background of my presentation. And now we have to call for action. So every time you write an ad, remember to put call for action in this ad. So call for action can be very, very simple. Call us and book, sign up, or buy tickets. But those are not great call for actions. We wanted to write a perfect ad, the unicorn ad that stands out, so we have to use a better CTAs. So if you put those, people will see your ad, but it won't influence the click-through rate. If you put it like this and improve this, the click-through rate can change. For example, I told about booking last pieces or last places in my hotel or my conference. So I made it like limited for my clients, and we know that limited editions works every time. So if you want to make someone sign up for fitness class, you can tell him the benefits, and there is this time issue. When should I start to be ready for summer? Or when should I sign up to be ready for my classes? Because I have last spot in my class, for example, and I don't know how much time I have to sign in this form in this class. Buy last tickets at this price, so I don't know when the price will go up. I can see it on the landing page, but I have great incentive to buy the tickets right now. So act now because of the copy ad, because of the CTA on the copy ad. So you can improve this, of course, and you can add discounts, special offers. You can use the prices, like the discount can be in the number of or in the percentage. And remember that you don't have to give the discounts all the time. You can give added value. For example, there is a simple trick at the car dealers that will save them a lot of money. If the client is asking about discount on the new car, they say, we gave you already a big discount, but they don't say only this. They give a small, for example, plush toy for the kids and say, maybe this will count as a, not as a discount, but we can do something like this for your kids. And you think, I asked about the discounts in thousands of euros, for example, of hundreds of euros, and they give me a plush toy, but all of the clients said, okay, almost all of them get this plush toy and are happy. How it works and why it works? Because we don't really, we already had this discount before, or car dealerships give discounts, but now we won another fight for our simple discount and fight for our way to be happy because we negotiated price. And this limited time and quantity, it works because you don't know when it will be over, or how much time do you have to buy this extremely limited Lego set. And you know, if you buy it from Lego, you pay like 100 euro, and you know you will get it on the market soon for 200 euros. And it works in Legos, it works with graphic cards, it works with even bikes right now because of the pandemic. So the limited availability is very, very important. And if you want to have space in your ad, you can throw out obvious CTAs to the site link extensions. There is a simple trick, and you can put some much better and improved CTAs in your ad in their place. Okay, so next one, the numbers, dates, prices, and quantities. You can use them in ads and use them a lot, because if you read an ad or scan it or just take a peek, think about this, you will see the numbers first, and the numbers can distract you from different ads, and your mind is always working on checking those numbers, like connecting them and analyzing them, which one is higher, which one is lower. So I can put a price, I can put a number, or maybe date, or maybe a price with a discount. And you know, these nines works, and these sevens at the end also works. But when you put a price like this in euros, you can tell your client this price is very exact. So there is no discount on this. We counted it well. And a lot of clients, when you ask them about the price, and they will not ask you for the discounts, because you put very, very exact price on your page. So this simple tricks works a little, and you have to remember that well-written ad is attracting only the right users. For example, if you're selling jewelry, don't put cheap jewelry in your ad if you are selling like very exclusive jewelry or very high-end watches. You have to take this CTA element of quality score and said, okay, sorry, not this time. I'm not writing ad for everyone uh, because not everyone will buy watches on my site. They are very, very expensive. So I am losing a little CTR, but now I will get only the right users. So I will not lose my budget on the mindless clicks. Okay, so next one, you have to trust me on this. This is in Polish, but I didn't find so great example in English. The first ad of the Sawicki is Las Vegas style wedding. So you have to see only the difference in this on the numbers and the copy. I will translate it for you. Both of them are selling wedding rings, but the Sawicki gives a discount on the wedding rings. And moreover, they say they produce them in 24 hours. And you can buy them and give it back in 120 days. So it's like, for me, it's like crazy. Okay, I don't even know this girl. So I am buying my wedding rings at Sawicki, right? It's a good price and I can return them. But if my wedding is like planned for months and years to come, and I want it to be a special thing, I read this Laro ad, and it says this is um, beauty. You have to put on precision of making this wedding ring. They are made just for you, and this is Polish brand. So they use keywords, words that tells me that they produce a special kind of wedding rings. And of course, you can rotate those copies and show them and test them what kind of users are putting wedding rings keyword in Google. So maybe the first ad will work better when you put cheap wedding rings in Google, and the second ad, unique wedding rings. Like, you can test it. You don't have to be like on one side. You can test it because you have a different product on your side. And of course, if you have only very, very exclusive products, you have to go for the second ad, for the idea of the second ad. And you have to put some copy that will make some users avoid your ad. So this is only a theory. I'm telling you the best practices, and I'm so happy I can tell it in English because this is my debut and I'm telling the presentation in English first time in my life. So excuse me for all the mistakes. And if you take this knowledge, you can test it and win your action, but you don't know with which one copy ad. So sign up for our training on May 20. Sign up for our training, last tickets. How much time do I have? Last tickets? Maybe a day? Maybe I should buy now, right now. And we raise prices in 3 days. So I will buy this in the 3 days because I don't want to buy the same tickets for same conference or training, but they will be on the higher price. Sign up for our training today and get free bonus. So we are not fighting with the price, we are giving something extra. And it works a lot of times, so you don't have fight every time with lowering your price. There is this option, dynamic keyword insertion in Google Ads. You can put it in your ad. Your ad will contain a keyword uh, used by user in Google. But it's not exact keyword put by the user. It's keyword on your account that is matching your user keyword. So it's safe. It won't be like a lot of strange stuff going on your ad, and your ad will show very exact keyword that user is searching for, right? But it's not always working like you expected. And this example shows that DKI ads are not always best. They can be even the worst ad in your group. So if you are using this, you have to always check the results and check the data, because it's when you try to do a unicorn ad, the best ad, the probability of using DKY in this ad is very, very low. Because if you want to write an ad that will be the best of every ad in the neighborhood, You have to think that a lot of ads will use dynamic keyword insertion, and maybe, just maybe, you should not use the keyword in the heading or in the first heading at all. So there are a lot of more stuff you can put on your checklist to improve your ads, and you can repeat your keyword. You can go with direct communication to your user. This product is for your company, for your family and friends. You can use the current events, or maybe just weather, and maybe just a year or season, and you put the number of the year, or you put the name of the month in your ad, and it's more relevant for users. You can put a benefits, future benefits in your ads. So buy this robot and it will clean for you, and you will rest and watch Netflix or stuff like this. All ads are very, very long. You can use short ad to be more visible, and you can ask the questions in your ad. I'm looking for example, best kettle, and I put best kettle or kettle tests. So you can ask, are you looking for a best kettle? Right? We have the best kettles in the neighborhood. So you can give a proof. You can make a social proof in your ad. For example, someone will put a good recommendation for you, and you can put it in the ad, and you can be a visual. You can use some special elements, symbols. But I saw this hashtag also in Google Ad, and this hashtag was not working like in Instagram, for example, but it was visually for me like I looked at this ad just because of this hashtag, and I said, "Oh, hashtag in a Google Ad." So the next thing are emotions. Use emotions with the connection of numbers and CTAs, and of course USP to get the best ad. You can use Swiss Army knife method by Perry Marshall. I use a simplified way. I ask myself or my best friend how they perceive my product and what is good in my product. I can ask my client that likes me, what do they love about my product? And I can see how my worst enemy is looking at my products. What do they hate in my whole branch? I mean, if you are selling something, for example, furniture, you know that there are some downfalls in the furniture business. For example, a long delivery time, or the prices in IKEA are very low, so people will go there. But maybe those kind of furniture is not as unique as some customers want, and you ask those questions and you put a great USP just because you analyze this. So if you're looking for a unicorn, you have to think like your client. And if you put a divorce lawyer London, you will see that all ads are the same. We are the best lawyer, we'll help you and stuff like this. So you don't copy, you want to stand out. You don't want to follow the rules. You want to make an ad that clearly is best and better than all others, and different than all others. So let's focus on anger and hate in this case. So Perry Marshall used this great example. You don't put a divorce lawyer here in the heading. You put, where is your wife now? Because we can use gender in our ad settings. So we will ask, where is your husband now? And this ad stands out, and it can have better CTRs. You can use a fear. By detecting cancer early, you have 100% chance of survival. Okay, this is good ad, but if you change this, that not everyone will survive, you have to go and check yourself, so you have increasing calls. And the last example, you can use a synergy. I like this ad because in autumn, every fitness in Poland was using copy like, go to our gym, you will lose fat, and you will have best body, and you will be prepared for the summer, right? But they used different copy. We'll take care of your immunity, or this autumn will be harmless for you. You will not get sick because you will be fit. Of course, Polish government didn't get the memo, and they closed all the gyms. But these copies stand out, and they use it in Google Ads and they use it in billboards. And I remember only this copy from all the ad copies from the fitness and gyms and all this stuff about working out. So GDN, I wanted to tell some stuff about GDN, how to make better ads, but there are some rules that you can use and focus on them, and you'll be having great CTRs. For example, use many formats to extend the reach. Of course, use responsive ads because they will fit places that graphics ads won't. So you can, again, get extended reach. Be consistent with the colors, logo, copy with your landing page, and use the logo and your tagline, right? You don't expect user to know what your company does. My company doesn't have SEO in the name. My company doesn't have, for example, that we do Google Ads in the name. So I put a little tagline every time I put the logo, and I explain to my customers what I do. Top right corner should be empty because there is some icons from Google that will be used to close your ad, for example. Use the context of your placement. For example, you can make an ad especially for the landing page, but not, I mean, not the landing page of the ad, but the placement where you put your ad on. For example, big portal or big site with ads. Use a button with the CTAs, and it should look like a button, like a navigation, and simple. Less text is better, and this rule also works in Facebook ads. So test all the time and get inspired. You can go to mode.com and you can see how the big brands are advertising. And of course, you can use SEMrush to see the ads. And you can see that the ad copy and CTRs can be very different. The smile doesn't sell this product. I mean, they don't sell in the ad. You can learn more, so they give you more information. You can tell you're a candidate, or you can try it now, right? And it's safe to try something. You don't buy it, you just try it, and you learn more again. And this time the button is a little different, right? So in the end, all comes down to testing, and testing without measurement is a very, very bad thing to do. You have to gather data, you have to have a way to connect the data, and it's a very, very bumpy road because we have the different systems and Google Analytics is changing. So I'm using right now Universal Analytics and Google Analytics 4, and it's a very, very hard road because the attribution is difficult right now, but if you put a different ad copies in the attribution model, it will be very, very difficult and much more harder to interpret. You will get the different results. So one ad is good in the one ad group, and in the second ad group, you have an ad, this same ad is performing much, much worse. And you will lose time for stupid A/B tests. Don't test title cases because you have more important stuff to test. For example, when you test USB or CTAs, they will give you a much different results than how you put your first letter in every word. So there are two traps in the measurement of the ads. First trap is focusing on the quality score, and so focusing on the CTRs. This is my best ad in whole campaign, the best CTR, 80%, but no conversions at all. So this is a great disappointment for me. So I have to focus on conversion rate and the conversion cost, of course. And the second trap are reports. If you go to a report in Google Ads, you will see the data for an ads for every keyword combined in your ad group. This is very, very bad because you have to go to a reports, like custom reports in Google Ads. You can make the report. For example, I made a table report. I use ad and search keyword in the rows, and in the columns I put impressions, clicks, and CTRs. Of course, I need to put conversion rate also here and conversion data. And I saw that the search keyword dentist was working with two different ads in a very different way. The CTRs were different. So for this keyword, not the whole group, whole ad group, my first ad is much better than the second ad. It's 1% different. So maybe your head is spinning from the ideas right now. So I'm happy if that's the case. And I have last information for you. You won't change the world or all about your campaign just doing great ads. Ads are a component. They can fix your campaign a little, but you always have to work on all factors like keywords, splitting them in ad groups, working with the ads, and of course, using all the stuff we didn't say about the ads, like how you can use demographics and make different ads for different people, how you can use remarketing lists for search ads to improve your ads. And there is a lot more that we can do to improve our campaign. So that's it. That's all for you. What I prepared for you today. Thank you very much. Dziękuję. And I will see if you have any questions in our Q&A session. So I have this one question. I will look here at my different monitor. Oh, Vaso is asking about time limit about testing the ads. So there is no time limit. I mean, don't test them every day. Like if you want the minimum time, I would use a week or something like this. But the most important is data. So if you have very niche keywords, you can wait for months to gather data about which ad performed better. And if you wait a few weeks or month, your ad relevance might drop. So in this time, some ads could be better, for example, for 1 week and much worse in next week, but you need more data to assess these ads. So it is very difficult to tell something like this in niche categories. But if you have data like a lots of thousands of clicks for each ad, you can simply make a decision based on days of having ad copy, but remember not to change all ads at once. You have to rotate them. Like I have 3 ads, one responsive, 2 traditional text ads. And for example, I put out one of the text ad and I put another in this place. In this responsive dynamic ad, I can change my headings and I put new headings to rotate to test a lot. And if you want to, for example, show some special promotion right now, don't change all your ads. Put just 1 or 2 new ads in each ad group, or use the site links extension to show your promotion. Because if you change all the ads in the older account, you'll reset a lot of data and you can harm the automation process of automated bidding, for example. And you will gather data for a very short period of time, so you won't notice which ads are better after this promotion, because the promotion itself will change the way your ads were perceived. Okay, so we had only this one question. If you have any more questions, you can contact me on LinkedIn. You will find me there easily. It's probably hard to type my name and surname, so you will find me there. And I like to share some things about the ads, and I will share soon on my LinkedIn the checklist I prepared back then in Polish. I will translate to English and put some new points in the checklist how you can improve your ad. So this will be a summary of this presentation, but a little extended. So a little bonus and incentive for you to download it. So thank you for today. Thank you for hearing me out. It was very, very stressful for me to speak for the first time in English. It's so easy to speak this presentation in Polish, and talking about ad copies and using all the new words in English is really stressful. So thank you for being there for me, and see you soon, I hope, in the next events. Goodbye.